live from Darlington Speedway, getting ready for the Goodyear 400 Throwback Spectacular of the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series. Now, as you guys saw from final practice, there are some drivers who are going to be starting at the very back after there were a few wrecks in the practice session. But tonight, we're going to be in here for a long one. We're going to be racing for 56 laps. So this race may be like an hour late, depending on if we have any cautions or not. But our front row consists of two very special throwback paint schemes driven by Cole Deaver and Joshua Mudd. That being Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator, and the good old Texas native Terry Labonte. If anyone remembers their intense rivalries back at Bristol Motor Speedway, one of these drivers is probably going to get their cage rattled tonight, but we're going to have to wait and see which one of that is going to be. Our second row consists of two more throwback paint schemes, the 60 of Levi McIntyre, honoring the Carl Edwards Aflac paint scheme from his 2012 car, and for Michael Norman, it's the Little Debbie's Wood Brothers racing machine that Ken Schrader drove all the way back in 2006. Well, I know these drivers are ready to get this race underway, and I hope you guys are ready who are watching here tonight. What kind of racing will we see here for 56 laps? Well, we're just minutes away, or should I say moments away, rather, from those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engine!
Go out there and have a good time today. Make it happen at the end, my friend. Big thumbs up here. You're ready to rock and roll. Good luck to you guys on pit road down there today.
And as the drivers are now rolling out pit road, here is your starter lineup for the Goodyear 400. Cole Deaver and Joshua Mudd are heading into turns 3, double file, following the pace car with the rest of the field. As you see those marks on the turn 3 and 4 wall, we may end up seeing a lot more of that tonight. 42 drivers, 56 laps, a lot can happen in this throwback spectacular race as the pace car makes its way onto pit road here. The crowd is cheering, and I hope you guys are ready for this race to unfold. We're going to be in for a long one here tonight, race fans. What kind of racing will we see here? Well, we're just mere seconds away as the green flag is out. And oh man, Michael Norman, he's not wasting any time. He's already going to the inside of Cole Deaver with the help of Nathan Hudson. Can he get to the lead? I don't know. I mean, Cole Deaver, he's fighting back on the high side. And oh man, Cole Deaver smacks the wall. That is definitely going to allow Michael Norman to lead the very first lap. Like I said, and oh man, Steven Gonzalez, he nearly goes down to the apron, but oh man, he makes it work. And oh man, Joshua Osborne, he's also diving down to the apron. Oh my god, I apologize for that lag there. I need a better PC. But anyway, Cole Deaver now he sits here in fourth as he sits right behind Steven Gonzalez as we now see Tim Fiegel, he's now going under Joshua Osborne now for the 5th position. And oh man, these guys are running dangerously close to that wall here as Pote, he's going to try to do what he can to push his friend up there. And he also has another good friend behind him. That's Danny Wells in the 12 running that Throwback Advanced Auto Parts car. Danny Wells hanging on to the 7th position, but he's trying to get 6 from Pote as old man Pote smacks the wall. Oh man, that's reminiscent of the duel that both Dylan Pote and Danny Wells had last season at this track. Pote was leading and then he smacked the wall, and then that ended up giving the lead to Danny Wells, which he actually did win that race. Back when the two were Evernham teammates. Alright, heading up to the front, we actually have a new race leader, Nathan Hudson. He just took it away from Michael Norman, but he's going to have a bumper full of Cole Deaver in that black number 3. Cole Deaver wants to lead a lap in that famous number 3. But right now, Nathan Hudson, he's denying him right now. The throwback that Nathan Hudson is driving right now, it's a throwback to Tacoma Generators 1976 SCCA National Championship. Now we see Tim Fiegel now settling himself in 3rd place. Tim Fiegel's paint scheme is a Bash Pro Shop scheme that was done all the way back in 2003 in the Busch Series. So he would love to put that 19 in victory lane here tonight. His teammate Cole Daly now sits by himself in 5th. Further back, now we have a battle for 6th between Dustin Stoller and Jake Rogers. Now Jake Rogers, he's now stuck on that high side. Now I know that technically that the 94 is a throwback, but it's also it's an unreleased car that Bill Elliott had planned to run when Dodge came back in NASCAR, but he decided to go with the 9 instead of the 94. This car was made by Seth Cole, talented NSCRA painter. As we head further up here, now we see the Roush Racing teammates, and oh man, we got a wreck. I just heard some tires screeching. Is the caution out? I'm trying to see, and yes it is, the caution is out. And oh man, I heard some tires screeching as Nathan Hudson will take the yellow flag. And yes, it happened in turns 1 and 2. Now we have to see who was involved. And oh no, Brett Kenningberg, he's got some rear damage to his number 38. That's a throwback to Alan Kowicki's 1985 Hardee's car. And oh no, Joshua Mudd in the 1997 Terry Labonte colors on his number 5. He's got some major damage. And oh man, there's some front end damage to the one of Joshua Osborne, the 2013 expired McMurray car. And up in front of him, there's some damage to the number 14 of Alex Drayton. Alex Drayton is running the cars that AJ Foyt ran in 1986. Oh man, something happened in turns 1 and 2, but we're gonna have to go to the replays to see what exactly happened to these guys. Well, here's how they brought out our first caution. Apparently, these guys were heading into turn 1, 3 wide, but Stephen Cullen, he went a little too fast on the apron like his teammate did, but Gonzalez was able to hang on to it, but Cullen wasn't so lucky being a rookie, and he gets right into it with Brett Kenningberg and Joshua Osborne, and unfortunately, Joshua Mudd and Alex Drayton also get collected, and up ahead, Brett Kenningberg, he gets into it with Aaron Macklin and Dougie Shears. I'm going to have to rewind it a bit and see what they saw. Yes, right there after the first initial contact between the 88 and the 38. Joshua Osborne hits the wall, and Aaron Macklin, he's trying to stay clear of the 38, and unfortunately he gets hit on the right side. This causes Brett Kinneberg to spin out. Aaron Macklin, he gives the wall a smack, and then Dougie Shears, he's just along for the ride right now as he gets into it with the 98, and he also hits the wall as well. Then Brett Kinneberg, he gets one more hit from Joshua Osborne. Oh man, wow, that's a tough break for a few drivers. A couple drivers running throwback schemes. Right there, Stephen Collins' UPS car, that's the same UPS car that Dale Jarrett drove in 2006, and like I said earlier, the number 5 that was driven by Terry Labonte, the Kellogg's Cornflakes car driven in 1997. And oh man, Joshua Mudd just could not catch a break. He started this race in second place, could not get off of the high side, and unfortunately he was a victim in this calamity. Here we are back at Darlington. We're going to restart on lap number 14. And somehow Brett Kinneberg is still in this race, but he is one lap down. And I think he will be a slow car. But anyway, we have 2 drivers who are now out of the race. They are Joshua Mudd and Alex Drayton. Anyway, our top 10 once we get back racing goes as follows. Cole Deaver is still the race leader. Second now is Nathan Hudson. Third is Tim Fiegel. Fourth is Levi McIntyre. Fifth is Dylan Young. Sixth is RJ Bishop. Seventh is Steven Gonzalez. Eighth is James Qualls. Ninth is Cole Daly. And rounding out the top 10 is James McLeod. The rest of the top 15 are Dustin Stuller, Simon Oscon, Danny Wells, Michael Norman, and Dylan Poteet. Pit strategy already coming into play in this race. Pace car has made its way onto pit road. It looks like Cole Deaver lost his front row buddy here tonight, but right now his main focus is going to try to do what he can to protect that lead of his once we get back underway. If the 38 is going to be slow, he really needs to try to get out of the way from these guys, and the green flag is back out. And yes, I was right. The 38 of Brett Kinneberg is indeed going to be slow, but now where is he going to go? That's the question. As we take a look at them now coming out of turn 2 now. And oh man, he's holding up that entire inside line. The 38 really needs to try to do what he can to get out of the way. But Cole Deaver, he's still running away with that lead. But oh man, here comes a bumper full of Nathan Hudson with the help of his teammate Levi McIntyre and Tim Fiegel. And oh man, it looks like the caution's back out. I think these guys may have already caught the pace car, and no, they didn't. It looks like that the caution came out after they crossed the start-finish line, so they're racing back to the line. And it looks like that Tim Fiegel, he just took the lead away. And oh man, I hit the wrong button. But anyway, we see Jake Rogers with rear damage, and oh man, there's some left side damage to Michael Norman. And oh man, there's some rear damage to Kyle Matthews as well. So that's what happened to bring out our second caution. But Tim Fiegel, he is still the race leader. Oh man, this may have been trying to get around that slow 38 car. And oh man, they're coming back down pit road once again. But Tim Fiegel is still the race leader. Let's see what happened to the 94. Okay, here's how they brought out our second caution. Heading in turns 3 and 4, Michael Norman, he was stuck on the wall and unfortunately, coming out of turn 4, he gets hooked by the number 94 of Jake Rogers, and they get right into Kyle Matthews and William Brock. Now, I think William Brock, he just did a 360 spin, and I think he was able to keep going as we switch to the TV1 camera, as we see that the 77 and the 21 just hit the inside wall. And yes, I was right. William Brock, he was able to keep going. He just did a 360, so he doesn't hit the wall. But unfortunately, Michael Norman, Kyle Matthews, and Jake Rogers had it worse. Michael Norman running that Little Debbie car that Ken Schrader drove in 2006, and that number 77 was driven by Robert Presley. That's what Kyle Matthews is running tonight. Before we head back to live action, let's ride on board with the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet of Alex Ferranti. How lucky was Alex Ferranti that the 42 didn't spin up right in front of him. Here we are back at Darlington. We're going to restart on lap number 20, and pit strategy has jumbled up the field once again. Some drivers took 4 tires, some took 2, and some just went fuel only. And Levi McIntyre is the new race leader. Second now is Tim Fiegel. Third is James Qualls. Fourth is James McLeod. Fifth is Samit Oskan. Sixth is Sixth is Dustin Stoller. Seventh is Danny Wells. Eighth now is Seth Cole. Ninth is Dylan Pote. And rounding out the top 10 is Jessica Shelton. 11th now is Zachary Fitzwater. 12th is Brayson Mitchell. 3rd now, all the way back here, is Nathan Hudson. 14th is Alex Ferranti. And rounding out the top 15 is points leader Jonathan Zorland. Now Levi McIntyre, he hasn't been in victory lane in the NASCAR SEGA Cup. The last time he won a race actually was the Budweiser Shootout, but that doesn't count towards the championship. But he's looking to change that fact here tonight. Hey, he could be like Dougie Shears. The very first time Dougie Shears ever won was a Season 1 Budweiser Shootout. So Levi McIntyre, he could repeat something here, as the green flag is now back out. But now the question is, where are these guys going to go? They have to try to get around that slow 38 car. And yes, they're trying to go to the outside to avoid that slow 38. And oh man, it looks like he's holding up Cole Dally. But it looks like Dally's teammate Tim Fiegel is trying to do what he can to get behind that number 60, as Levi McIntyre will lead yet another lap. Man's are running pretty much single file right now, but and oh man, as soon as I say that, Tim Fiegel now he goes to the inside to try to get around Levi McIntyre for the lead. Tim Fiegel clears the number 60 as he was trying to do what he can to lead a couple laps. And oh man, James McLeod and Simon Oscon nearly make it 3 wide with Levi McIntyre, but McIntyre was able to and oh man, he just got loose there. That just made him lose 2nd and 3rd. He jumps back to 4th, and oh man, Simon Oscon, he just scraped the wall a little bit in that Mobil 1 number 4. Arkansas winner Zachary Fitzwater, he's running Kevin Harvick's rookie car after he took over from Dale Earnhardt. Now we see Ryan Acosta, he's trying to get past the number 4 right now. That's Ryan Acosta. He's looking to try to get to the inside of Dustin Stoller. He's trying to get into the top 10 for the first time here tonight. As we see Alex Ferranti, he's trying to get behind his teammate and Brayson Mitchell in that number 9 Jimmy Johnson throwback. That's a homage to his 2010 car. He's looking to get around Brayson Mitchell for the 6th position. As we head further back up here, now we see James Qualls has taken over the race lead. He just took it over from Simon Oscon as Levi McIntyre. He got back up to the 3rd position. Danny Wells, he now sits by himself in 4th place. Danny Wells, he does know what it's like to win here. As I was saying earlier, he won here last season after he was dueling it out with his Everham Motorsports teammate Dylan Poteet at the time. And now we're having another battle for the lead now. Speaking of Everham, Simon Oscon in the Everham 91, he's looking to take the lead away from James Qualls, which he does. As we're well past the halfway point in this race now. Well, actually, not yet. On lap 28, we'll be past the halfway point. But Simon Oscon, he's hanging on to that lead, but it looks like he may not have it for long because here comes James Qualls now on the inside as he will gladly take the lead back. James Qualls, he will love to try to get back in victory lane. The last time James Qualls was in victory lane is when he drove the 42 to victory lane in Richmond. But he would love to bring that number 70 to victory lane. He left Sega Motorsports last season to focus on his own team. Now both he and Matt McIntyre have been running strong. And right now James Qualls, he's trying to do what he can to hang on to that lead as we try to go through the field. And now we see Ash Franti. He got himself in the 5th position now. He wants to get up there and try to win this race. And we're still going green, but look who's behind him. Points leader Jonathan Zorla as he's running that John Andretti's inspired scheme from 2000. Our points leader who started this race in dead last. And matter of fact, 3 of these drivers started like worse than 35th. Zorlan started dead last. Ferranti, he started 35th, and Seth Cole, he started this race in 37th. And now look at them. They're all driving in the top 10 right now. And James Qualls, he continues to hang on to that lead. Ever since he took it, he has not looked back. Now we're past the halfway point as we just hit lap 30. Now Danny Wells finds himself in 2nd place. Tim Fiegel falls back to 3rd as we now see Seth Cole. He's trying to be a part of this party now. Let's run on board with the number 24. Seth Cole all over the back bumper of Jonathan Zorla. He wants to try to get yet another win for himself. I believe the last time Seth Cole was ever in victory lane, I believe it was season 2 in Michigan. I could be wrong though. He was running his Twix colors on his number 52 when he was back with Twinix Racing. He decided to take his talents over to Hendrick Motorsports, and he left Dylan Poteet in charge of Twinix Racing. But now it looks like, and oh man, I just noticed that they just caught up to the 38. Oh man, I just now noticed that they're getting around Brett Kinnenberg now. And oh man, that really separated 2nd and 3rd now. Oh man, both James Qualls and Danny Wells are now running by themselves, and I think they're catching up on another lap machine. I don't know. I could be wrong, but hey, we just had a lead change. Danny Wells, he's going to try to capture his 2nd Darlington victory here tonight. If James Qualls has anything to say about it, but oh man, these two, they're going to be duking it out back and forth here. This will be Danny Wells' first victory for Penske. And oh man, Jonathan Zorla, he just smacked the wall a ton there out of turn 2. As you can see, the right side damage. And I don't know if that's going to cause a tire rub, but oh man, that was a really hard hit there. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Let's see. Let's head back to the front. It's still all about James Qualls. He actually just took the lead back from Danny Wells. And I'm trying to see if there's anyone else in front of them. There's Joshua Osborne. They're in turns 1 and 2. They're still a ways away from the leaders. as we now see Simon Oscon sitting himself in fourth, and now we see Steven Gonzalez. He's getting behind Tim Fiegel. I think that second pack of cars may have caught up to Tim Fiegel, and it looks like that Fiegel's teammate Cole Daly, now he's gonna try to do what he can to work with Steven Gonzalez here. And oh man, Tim Fiegel, he's going down pit road. Alright, well, pit strategy is trying to make itself known again as Cole Daly. He's racing behind Steven Gonzalez right now. We're gonna head back to the front, and oh man, we're having yet another battle for the lead. Danny Wells, he's gonna try to take it away from James Qualls once again, and oh man, they just wrecked! The leaders just wrecked right in front of the field. Oh no! And oh man, I apologize for the lag there, but oh man, I don't know what's going on. If this lag would hurry up and stop. Oh man, there it goes. But oh man, coming to pit road, Danny Wells and James Qualls end up turning each other. And oh man, I don't know if this, oh man, as you can see the front end damage to that number 12 machine going for the lead now. But now the question is, since these guys coming down pit road, I don't know if this is going to mess up the field or what. And I apologize for that hard lag that we had there, but it looks like it's gone now. But oh man, this could not have happened at a worse time. The ticker shows Simon Oscon as the race leader, but I don't know. As you can see that Danny Wells, he is having an extended stay on pit road to try to get that damage fixed. Wow, he was going for the lead at the time, but I don't think he's going to be too happy with that number 70 car. Oh man, we're going to have to go to the replays and see what happened here and try to get some order. Okay, and here's what happened. Both Danny Wells and James Qualls were heading to pit road, and unfortunately, I think Qualls got a little too close and he hooks himself and the number 12 straight into the safer barrier wall. And Seth Cole, he was lucky to dive down on the apron and miss them. But now the question is, Simon Oscon decided to stay out, and the ticker showed him as the race leader as Steven Gonzalez sideswipes the number 12. And James Qualls, I don't know what in the world he was thinking. He really should have backed off if both drivers were heading to pit road, as him and a slew of other drivers were also coming to pit road. I don't know if this is going to change up the field a little bit, but the ones who just took their pit stops, they should stay out. But we're going to have to get some confirmation on that once we get back underway. But oh man, this is not how like this needed to go for either the 12 or the 70. And here we are back at Darlington with a little bit of a mess here, but there's going to be some problems. Anyway, the Neil Bonnet-inspired Valvoline throwback of Seth Cole is the new race leader. The 88, 21, 77, and Dougie Shears are at the tail end of the lead lap thanks to the scuffle between James Qualls and Danny Wells. Now, unfortunately, Danny Wells, he got caught a lap down because he stayed on pit road to get that damage fixed. And oh man, we just had Sky Commons blow an engine. He just took his car back to the garage area. But anyway, like I said, Seth Cole is the race leader. Second is Cole Daly. Third is RJ Bishop. Fourth is Cody Lamas. Fifth is Steven Gonzalez. Sixth is Mitchell Collins. Seventh now is Nathan Orman. Eighth is James Qualls somehow. Ninth is Tim Fiegel. And rounding out the top 10 is Allison Rain. The rest of the top 15 are Dylan Poteet, Simon Oscon, Jonathan Zorlin, Nathan Hudson, and Brayson Mitchell. Now, we're going to have a bit of an issue here. All these lap drivers are going to be slow. Now, where are the leaders going to go? I have no idea, especially that 38. But Seth Cole is still the race leader, and if a quick caution comes out, then these other four drivers will get at the back of the line. But right now, the green flag is now back out. And it looks like both Brett Kennenberg and Danny Wells are the same kind of slow. So unfortunately for Danny, his night is going to end like that. Anyway, Seth Cole is the race leader. He got around the other slow car. And it looks like these machines at the tail end of the lead lap, they appear to be up to speed. But Seth Cole, he still needs to try to do what he can to get around them. He's already trying to put Kyle Matthews back a lap down, but Cole Daly, he is all over that back bumper of that number 24. And here comes Daly's teammate now, Cody Lamas in the 11, our winner from Richmond. He's trying to get his second victory of the season, as the Joe Gibbs Racing guys are trying to do whatever they can to get around that 24. But they have to deal with some of the lap traffic. They just put Michael Norman the lap down. Now Dougie Shears, if he wants to stay on the lead lap, he's going to have to protect it. Either that or get out of the way. And oh man, Cole Daly, he is all over the back bumper of that number 24. Now we see Steven Gonzalez and Cole's teammate Nathan Orman. He's trying to get up here to try to do what he can to help his teammate. I don't know though, but it looks like Dougie Shears is finally getting out of the way to let Seth Cole pass and put him a lap down. But the laps of R&D winding out. We just hit lap 44. We have 13 laps to go. A lot can happen in 13 laps, and hopefully these guys don't have to come down pit road again. But now the question is if any more lap traffic is going to get in the way, because remember the 38 and the 12 are still slow, as we now see Cody Lamas sitting back in third, running that throwback to Julius Slick Johnson on his Sport Clips number 11. But now we see Steven Gonzalez. He's trying to go to the inside of the 11 for the third position with the help of Nathan Orman in that 48. And oh man, and speaking of making a move on position, Cole Daly, he's trying to get around Seth Cole for that lead, as Daly will lead a lap. And the 18 has cleared the 24. Now Cole Daly, now it's his race to lose now, as Seth Cole goes to the outside. That's going to open the door for Steven Gonzalez and Nathan Orman. Now Nathan Orman, he just got around his teammate for the third position. Now Orman has to do what he can to chase down that 28 and the 18. They're going to have to work together to catch him, because right now Cole Daly, he's just running away. Cole Daly in that number 18 car. I can't remember the last time the 18 even went to victory lane in the NASCAR SEGA Cup. It escapes me. I have no idea, but anyway, now Steven Gonzalez finds his way, finds himself in second place. But now I need to see like if there's any like slow cars in front of him. And there's Danny Wells. He's entering turn 3 right now, and these guys just exited turn 2. They may catch him in the next couple of laps. Further back here in 5th place, now we see RJ Bishop running a throwback inspired to Matt Kenseth's DeWalt Tools car in 2003. Okay, in 6th place, now we have Mitchell Collins now. And oh man, we're having a battle for 7th now. Oh, well, Cody Lamas, he now sits by himself in 7th, and he's gonna have Simon Oscon being blocked by Michael Norman. As we head further back, it's still all about Cole Daly, but oh man, the laps are winding down, and they are really close. They're really closing in on Danny Wells. Ever since Cole Daly took the lead, he has not looked back. If anyone remembers that that Rockingham fail video I put on Facebook a couple of months ago, Cole Daly was seen as the bad guy, and I don't think anyone wants him to win. But anyway, he just caught up to Danny Wells, and that made him lose a bit of speed. But now here comes Seth Cole and RJ Bishop. And oh man, RJ Bishop, he's gonna try to look to get his second victory of the season. He did win the Daytona 500, and oh man, they're catching up on another slow car, Brett Kennenberg. Oh man, they're catching up on Brett Kennenberg. Where's Cole Daly gonna go? Seth Cole, he just went to the high side to allow RJ Bishop to get him for second place. And oh man, that's gonna slow down Cole Daly a lot. And here comes RJ Bishop with a head full of steam. And here comes Nathan Orman right behind him. Oh man, this is almost deja vu for Nathan Orman right now. His situation at Kansas when he had a chance to win, it was a slow car that made him lose the race to Zachary Fitzwater. Will he get another chance? But tonight he actually has his teammate right behind him as they get around the slow 38. Cole Daly is still hanging on to that lead, but for how long, I don't know. Oh man, RJ Bishop, he's looking to the inside of the 18 now. Oh man, he's gonna try to get that lead away. Oh man, our Daytona 500 winner is trying to get his second win of the season, and he just took the lead away. Oh man, next time by, we're gonna have 3 laps to go, and RJ Bishop, he is gonna run away with that lead as much as he can. Nathan Orman is running out of time. He really does not want to get another second place finish in recent weeks. But he's going to have to do what he can to chase down that 17. He may have to get help from his teammate. As Cole Daly, he almost slides up into the wall. But RJ Bishop, ever since he took that lead, he has not looked back. But now the question is, can these guys make it on fuel? We have 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go, and oh man, I did see some cars on pit road. Oh man, that is not what I needed to see right now. Can RJ Bishop hang on, or does Nathan Orman or Seth Cole have anything for that 17? Okay, no indication for pit road now. We're coming to the white flag. Nathan Orman's time is running out. The white flag is now out at Darlington. Does the 48 have anything for the 17? And oh man, Nathan Orman, he's trying to do what he can to close the gap. This is his last chance to get a big run. And I don't know if he got enough of it. We're heading into turns 3 and 4 for the final time here. And I don't think Nathan Orman has enough. Coming out of turn 4 to win the Throwback Spectacular, RJ Bishop. He will take the Dual Tools Ford Mustang and he will win the Goodyear 400. RJ Bishop becomes our second multi-winner of the NASCAR SEGA. Well, actually, he becomes our first multi-winner in the NASCAR SEGA Cup as he captures his second win of the season. Nathan Orman, 2 weeks in a row, he'll have to settle for second place. And considering where he even started this race, Nathan Orman started this race in the 40th position, and for the second week in a row, he'll have to get second place. Oh man, I really got a feel for Nathan Orman there, but this night will belong to RJ Bishop. Okay, S4 Goodyear 400 race number, I believe this is race 12. Yeah, this is race 12. Race number 12, and this race is in the books. RJ Bishop, thanks to pit strategy, he captures his second win of the season here, our first multi-winner of this season. Nathan Orman, like I said, considering where he started in this race, he had to go to a backup car after wrecking in final practice, and to have him be a bridesmaid once again. He'll get a victory one of these days, but unfortunately it will not be tonight. Teammate Seth Cole started this race in 37, and he ends up with the bronze medal here tonight. A good run for the 24 team. Simon Oscon ends up 4th. Cole Daly ended up leading a few laps, but unfortunately he couldn't get it done as he falls down to 5th. Steven Gonzalez ends up 6th. Brayson Mitchell ends up 7th. Jonathan Zorlin, our points leader, ends up 8th. Oh man, I don't think Jonathan Zorlin, I don't think he's gonna be losing that points lead anytime soon with the runs he's been having. Cody Lamas ends up 9th, and running out the top 10 is Mitchell Collins. Okay. Dylan Pote, Charles Sanford, William Brock, Jessica Shelton, and Jake Rogers round out the top 15. Then we have Zachary Fitzwater, Tim Fiegel, James Qualls. After he came in contact with Danny Wells, it was him and Danny for the longest time for the lead. But unfortunately, that contact just before the wave of pit stops, that's what caused this calamity to happen. But I don't think Danny's going to be too happy with Qualls once this is over. Dustin Stoller ends up 19th, and running out the top 20 is Dylan Young. Then we have Allison Rain, Aaron Macklin, Chris Dalton, and Joshua Osborne with the last car on the lead lap. Then we have Dougie Shears rounds out the top 25 a lap down. Then we have Michael Norman, Kyle Matthews, Stephen Colin, Nathan Hudson, and Brandon Krauser round out the top 30 a lap down. Then we have Christina Bell, Cole Deaver, Matt McIntyre, Alex Ferranti, and Ryan Acosta. They were all a lap down. And then Levi McIntyre, they got caught up in the mess due to pit strategy, and they just couldn't make up their time. Danny Wells ends up 37, 2 laps down. Again, I don't think he's going to be too happy with James Qualls there. If that caution didn't happen, they could have been going for the win. But unfortunately, James Qualls took both of them out of the equation. Brett Kennenberg, he ends up 38th with a slow race car all night. Then 39th on down to 42nd, we have Sky Commons, James McLeod, Alex Drayton, and Joshua Mudd. Well, that does it here for Darlington. The next time the SEGA Cup Series goes live, we're going to be going to the Monster Mile. We're going to be going to Dover. So you already know what kind of race that might end up being. Congratulations one last time to RJ Bishop for winning the Goodyear 400. And we'll see you next time.